We are a national makeup company based here in Western Australia. And luckily for me, and I love how I just suddenly ad-lib these things, I've been able to become more than national through the Inner Origin platform, as in I've been able to really expand our base. Oops, you're not standing on the thingy. Oh, I love live television, it's fun, isn't it? Yeah, Inner Origin for me is, I stand here before you as an Inner Origin customer, as an Inner Origin advocate, and as an Inner Origin merchant partner. Tell you what, you're never going to put me down from you. I love this. I didn't realise. Okay, so it looks like this is just going to slide through. As you would have seen, one of the first slides actually said, like, who am I? I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a crazy woman, I'm an entrepreneur. People call me an entrepreneur and I just say to them, well, actually, I don't know. I'm just a lady that had some ideas and a husband that backed me up and a bank that said okay. So, so that's where I come from. I honestly believe in Inner Origin and everything it stands for. And now I get to have Smitten here, doing what is from my original base of where I started with Smitten. We were with Smitten Organic when we first started. And I feel like I've come home, and it's just a fantastic community. I have to admit that when the beautiful Tina Tulipan said to me in mid-December, when I was crazy busy under orders and all these things from our existing outlets, and she said, "Oh, darling, I just want to talk to you about this business opportunity. I think we could get you as a merchant partner." And I went, "I don't have time to do anything else." And she said, "No, really, seriously." She said, "What Smitten is all about is what this company's about." And then, as you know, out of the blue, Sally Ann Ferguson's coming to Perth. So Tina calls me again, and she says, "I can get you a meeting." I said, "Tina, look, I really appreciate it, but I'm just so busy, darling. I don't know if you can cut me in half to come." So then she said to me, "Right, stop. There's a reason I've come back into your life." So she used that stuff, that EBG stuff. "There's a reason I've come back into your life, and the reason is we were supposed to meet me. Sally Ann Ferguson just, she doesn't come to Perth very often. I can sit you in front of her. You have to come. I'm booking the meeting. I won't take no for an answer." So when your girlfriend says that, go, "Oh, okay then." So then I started looking at the videos, and as soon as I started looking at the videos, honestly, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and every time I say this, I got goosebumps all over me because I could have written the messages which were in those videos. Those videos were saying, we call Smitten Cosmetics skin food. And here we are looking at a digital platform where food is medicine. Now, I did bring my notes because I'm only allowed to speak for 30 minutes, so I bought this to try and stop me from doing that. So Inner Origin is everything that Smitten core values are, and I feel so fortunate to now be part of that community. Are we still flicking through, or is it stopped?
Feel free to flick and see.
Okay.
It seems to be on it.
That's on a timer. Oh yes, well I don't know very much about technology except standing in front of it, so that's okay. So
in the club.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So Inner Origin actually, it aligns so much that I'm passionate about, and therefore what Smitten actually stands for as well. I've been sprouting for years, especially to our youth, that we need to understand products, ingredients, and we need to understand what ingredients labels mean, and we need to make sure that the ingredients labels actually are saying what's in the products.
Yeah.
Because we all know that that's actually not the case a lot of the time. The other thing is that what I like is we all want and deserve healthy products which are available at an affordable price. Because this is often the case as well, isn't it? That if we're talking organic and we're talking natural and we're talking, direct sales, it's not always at a price that we want and we can afford. Well, it's our right as consumers to be able to have those products available to us. We deserve easy access to those products. You can't get any easier than a digital platform. How easy is that? Yeah. We can shop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for Smitten Cosmetics. What was it that Phil said the other day? He said that the app needs no passport. How good is that? That the app needs no passport, and that's right. We can shop whenever we want from wherever we are. Okay, so as a merchant, I'm so happy that people can have access to my products 7 days a week, but I also am so happy because they're being advocated, they're being put out there by people who are passionate about products, who are passionate about wellness. And so, I couldn't have a better workforce. Like, how lucky am I? So Sally Ann talks about our why, so I'll now want to tell you of how I got here. I'd like to share my story with you. So some of you may think I look a little familiar, also because my hair hasn't changed in 50 years. So Mum and I had the U boutiques throughout Western Australia. So we had, in Garden City, we had the one on the corner with all the crazy sequin tops and we sold people evening wear. I was so lucky I got to work with my mum for 22 years. People used to say to me, what's it like working with family? And I'd say, it's really good. She does what she's told. It's absolutely fine. But we really did have a really beautiful and special relationship. So during that time, at one stage we had 6 stores. I had 35 staff. I did all the training. I did all the marketing for it. Fashion is fickle, so it changes. We were in Garden City with the most ridiculous, crazy rents you've ever come across, and we were there during, the 90s, during the downturn, had to change what we were doing, etc., etc. So I loved my job, and I loved working with Mum. It was fantastic. But then I got severe postnatal depression when I was pregnant with my son, who's now 12, and my second son. And it was just absolutely debilitating. Because as you can probably tell, I quite like to stand up and talk to people, quite like a bit of a microphone, a bit of an outgoing girl. I couldn't get out of bed. Everything made me cry. It was just so hard. I couldn't believe it, it took me a long time to work out that there was something wrong with me. It was just one of them. But through that, the doctor said to me, look, actually what you do is actually a bit too much for you. So what we need you to do is you need to find something calmer to do. I'm not really sure if I've actually done that, but I have. In that during this time of self-reflection, I thought that I was good at sales. I thought that's what I was good at. But in actual fact, I'm good at people. But I'm not only good at people, I love people. Not only do I love people, I love making you feel good. So all those years in the boutique, it wasn't actually about the sale. It was actually about the woman who was going to her husband's Christmas party, and it was black tie and she felt like slashing her wrists. But she came in, she saw me, I put her in clothing. People used to hug me. I was so lucky. But I needed something that was more nurturing. So, as you do, I retrained as a beauty therapist. And I set up a beauty salon from home. Because Smitten women are everyday women. We're tired, we're lonely, we're grumpy, we're happy, we're excited, we're out there. We're all of these things, aren't we? And so what I wanted was...
Within an hour.
Oh, hey, my husband would say within 10 minutes. So, so I'm fairly high maintenance, as you could probably imagine. It's all right, he's a detective, so he's fine, don't panic. So I set up a home beauty salon where women could come, bring their kids. I had babysitters, they'd get an eyebrow wax. As the women would agree with me, it's so hard when you have a young child trying to actually get a beauty appointment. It's ridiculous. And then they say you can't bring your child with you. It's like, well, what am I supposed to do then? So it was wonderful. I built this beautiful beauty salon, which was actually within the house. And it was through that journey of doing this for other women that I started to heal myself. And I worked out that actually, because you probably can't believe it, but I can actually be a little bit quiet during the massage on the facial. But I just, it really was through that and that giving back that I realised that this was the journey I was supposed to be on. So, at that time, I had trained as a beauty therapist, and that was another thing too. I came out to my husband because I was doing spray tanning. I came out to my husband and I said, I think I might go and train as a beauty therapist. And he said, I've been waiting for you to tell me that for 12 months. I was like, okay then, how did you know that? See, men, they do have things sometimes. So anyway, I was using a botanical at college. We were taught with a commercial brand of skincare, and then we had a beautiful botanical-based skincare. Couldn't believe the difference. So when I set up my beauty salon from home, I used a botanical-based skincare range that just changed my client's skin within 4 weeks of using it. Absolutely extraordinary. I couldn't believe it. My mum was the biggest one. She'd used Chanel, she'd used all these sorts of things. And then here we had a really beautiful, simple jojoba, rosehip, vitamin E, all those really great skin foods. We had those in this and just changed their skin. At the same time, as I mentioned before, I was doing spray tanning. I used to have these young girls that would come along on a Thursday night and they would have a spray tan. Then they'd come back the following Thursday night for another tan. And I would notice that maybe every couple of weeks, the week in between, after they came back after their tan, their skin would be horrific. It would be really blemished. And I would think, well, I knew it wasn't the tan because I'd been careful about what I'd chosen. So then I started saying to them, because I was a bossy 35-year-old at that stage, it was a long time ago, I said, what's going on with your skin? And they said, well, I had a big weekend. And so I thought, okay then, well there's probably some alcohol involved in that, so that's not, as a beauty therapist, I know that's not great for the skin. There's probably some sleep deprivation. You actually don't realise how bad not getting sleep is actually for your skin. I think that we always forget that one. Probably some bad food choices, because that's what happens when you're on your way home at 3 a.m. But then the overriding thing was that they said to me, do you know what? I didn't take my makeup off. So I'd already been starting on this journey of this botanical skincare, and then I went, okay, well should we just have a little bit of a look at what's in makeup? Oh my goodness me, I was horrified. I really was horrified. And it's the big brands that are doing it, and they're still doing it, and it infuriates me that our youth are still out there putting this stuff on their skin. They're still going to Priceline and putting this stuff on their skin. They're still in the big supermarkets buying this stuff for $14 and putting it on their skin. It's so bad. We have to stop it, and as mothers, we need to be prepared to spend the money to pay $50 for a foundation and not $15. Because our kids' skin and their health is everything, isn't it? Oops.
I promise 30 minutes, I've got it.
I actually was a convert to mineral makeup, so I had a mineral makeup range in my salon at the time, and I really liked it. I'd been able to convince most of my slightly more mature clients to use it, but I couldn't get my young ones to go anywhere near it. They just wouldn't. The other thing is, I liked the brand I was using, but it was just a bit dull in its marketing. Just because something is natural, just because something is organic, doesn't mean it has to be boring. Makeup is beautiful. Makeup, what sells makeup is beautiful images, which we just don't have. This thing. But not even what sells makeup is how things look. You might have to come over, Sweet Pea. That's all right, we're used to seeing your head in the bottom of the thing. Oh, sorry. She's got Smitten on, so it's okay. So I had a mineral brand, as I said. I found the marketing really dull. Yeah, stay here, that's good. Okay, that's good. So I decided that being the entrepreneurial and determined sort of girl that I was, I'd go out and I'd make my own. So I did. So that's good. Now it's looking good. Yes, so I was very specific in what I wanted. It had to, so I wanted a makeup range that had amazing ingredients. I was looking for a treatment cream. It had to be light and not feel heavy, because whenever you talk to a woman about if she likes her foundation or not, the first thing she'll say to you is that she doesn't want it to feel heavy. She doesn't want it to clog her pores. And the other thing is that I needed it to address the two main skin concerns of Australian women. Australian women, not women from the French Riviera, where we seem to be bringing all our beauty brands in from. What's with that? Why do we have so many brands coming in from overseas that are suited to European women? Hello, their skin's completely different to ours. I don't understand it. So anyway, so it had to have these things, had to feel light and heavy, and it had to address the two main things that women are concerned about, and that's pigmentation and hydration. And it doesn't matter how old you are, they are the two things. So what we did, it's just flicking through now, that doesn't matter, that's fine, is that we developed a range, and we developed a product called the Smitten Whipped Mousse, and that will be on the platform very soon. And then we developed the whole range to go with it. So we have got beautiful mineral foundation powders, which have got kale and clay in them, which have got which have got titanium dioxide with the right size of the nanoparticles. There's no talc in our mineral foundations. You can wear them to the gym. Our eyeshadows have the most amazing pigmentation. Our mascara is for sensitive eyes. I was sick of mascara that ran down my face. You can swim in our mascara and it won't get all over you. I know, it's a good one, but it's not waterproof. If you buy waterproof mascara, you are putting the most awful chemicals and toxins onto your eyes, and not only is that going to infiltrate straight into that fine membrane, but it's going to break your eyelashes in half. And then what's the use of that? So now where are we up to? Oh, okay, so do you think? No. It's just going to do it. Okay. So
So it's like my Smitten Whipped Mousse Foundation is light on the skin, looks amazing, offering all the healing qualities of the jojoba, rosehip, vitamin E, sweet almond oil, whilst beautiful coverage for foundation. It literally is skin food, and that's how we marketed it. So I don't know if you'll see a slide, it'll come through, but we were going off to the Sydney trade show, and we were launching this product, we were launching the whole company. And the Sydney Beauty Trade Show is the most prestigious beauty event in Australia, and we were going along. There was going to be all of the big brands there. All of them were going to be there. All of them with their millions of marketing dollars were going to be there. So, and then there was Smitten coming along behind. So Napoleon was going to be there. So there was going to be people there who had a way more beautiful girl than the girl I was going to be able to get. There was going to be people there that spent millions of dollars trying to find, the right way to address the market. So what we did is, I was having a glass of wine one night, which is often how things happen in the Smitten world. But it'll be organic wine soon, so that'll be okay, because it's on the platform. So, and I thought to myself, well, I wanted it to be skin food, so why don't we portray it as skin food? And that's where we came up with the Whipped Cherries campaign. It'll run back through. So basically we had a cocktail glass, we had cherries in it, and then we had the whipped mousse over the top, and at that stage we had a hand putting it through the tube. The tube has since changed, and I've got to tell you, I went through so much product making those whipped tubes on top of the cherries that we probably won't get one with that new tube in there, we'll just be using the other one. So what we did at the Sydney Trade Show, we had this great big banner with the whipped mousse being skin food. We had these 2 big bowls of cherries, and then we had all the products. We had people coming from the other side of the auditorium to find out what we were doing. And I was like, yeah, take that, Napoleon. So that's where we were at. That's what we did. Sydney Trade Show, competitive. We didn't stop there, as I said, we made sure that we developed the range so that it was really beautiful for everybody. Smitten's so much more than just a makeup company, and this is where I get emotional. I did it when I was on the Gold Coast last week. I regularly get invited to speak at high schools and TAFEs, which I really, really love. And when I go in there, one of the very first things I say is I say to them, because young girls, man, they're obsessed with lip balm. I don't understand it. But I say to them, okay, can you get out your lip balm for me? It's like, lip balm. And then I say, can you just read the first, can you read the first 3 ingredients for me? And of course, we all know, as wellness advocates, that in there somewhere they go, petrol, and I go, petroleum. And they go, yeah, petroleum. And I say, right, isn't that the stuff you put in your car? And they go, yeah, and I say, yes, petrol is for cars, not for lips. We don't do that. And then they all look very sheepish. And then I say to them, don't worry, please don't be worried about it, because your mum, she's my age, right? And we knew when we were growing up, because it was written on it, Vaseline petroleum jelly. The word was there on the label. And what did we do? Oh, yeah, this was good. No. So I know there's lots of really amazing lip balms in the Inner Origin, in the product list. You really got to have a look. And please, if you've got one of those young daughters, can you please not buy $5 lip balm? It's not worth it. We have an obligation to our youth. I really mean it. Okay, anyway, there we go. So not only do we do that, but we offer workshops to young teens. We've had I did a whole lot of mentoring for some Aboriginal kids down in Collie. They couldn't afford the makeup, they couldn't afford the wig mousse, so we gave it to them. Because you know what, you don't have to always make money. It is good if you make a bit, but you don't always have to make money. Sometimes it's more than that, and I really felt that was that for me. So. If you keep clapping me, I'm never getting off here, you know that, right? So, I do really like it. Oh, yeah.
Goosebumps again. Oh, yes. How am I going, Jane? How am I going? Okay, cool. All right. So, I'm passionate about helping people, and I'm so lucky because I get to use Smitten as my vehicle. But guess what else I get to do now? I get to use Smitten as my vehicle through Inner Origin. Like, it's just, and I do, and this is where I sitting across from Sally Ann and her saying to me, we'd like Smitten Cosmetics to be a makeup brand place, and I just went like, really? And she said, yeah, definitely. And I cried. And I'm able to go back to my roots. It's really hard when you have a company and you've got to be commercial. Sometimes you have to make decisions that you don't actually want to make. Sometimes you actually have to compromise on ingredients, because we are actually in business to make money and to survive. It's all very well for me to stand here and say,
I'm passionate about wellness, because I really am, but we all still need to make money. And that's why the Inner Origin platform is such a fantastic way to go, because it's a win-win-win all the way through. We're recommending products, people are buying products at a good price, we're getting payback from that. Like, seriously, it is a no-brainer. Right, that wasn't in here. Okay, we'll keep going. We do good. We've missed the before and afters. There was a great before and after shot. We do a lot of training. Look, makeup is not here to make you look different. Makeup is here to provide you with the best looking you can be. I do a lot of gigs in the country, and these country women say to me, they go, Caroline, I don't wear a lot of makeup. And I say, that's fine. But makeup's an extension of your skincare. So after you've cleansed, you've toned, and you've put your moisturiser on, you need to put your foundation on, because that's sealing the skin, that's keeping all of those oils in, that's stopping the harmful Australian environment from ageing us. But you know what? Not only that, but when you're driving the car and you catch that little glimpse of yourself in the rear vision mirror, or when you're walking past the window and you catch that little glimpse of you, you're going to think, actually, you know what? I'm not so bad. Because it does. It just gives you that evening out of the pigmentation, gives you that little bit of, just makes you feel a bit better about yourself. So, we've gone past the digital marketing slide. So what comes with Smitten? So, Smitten, we've come onto the platform, we just bring everything with us. So if anyone in the room is considering specialising in Smitten, we can help you all the way. Makeup's not hard. Every woman's got a basic idea about how to put stuff on, but we can just make your life easier. We've got a digital magazine which is available to customers and also to advocates, which actually spells out every product that we have. It spells out why it's good for you. It tells you how to use it. I don't believe that there is a magazine like this available for any other product in Australia. So this is something that my graphic designer and I have done, and we're very proud of. So you can actually, we can get that from, that's the witch, there we go. You can get that from the website. There it is, that's it, see the whipped cherries? So we had that in big banners. So you can actually download that off the website, and you can read about every product and how to do it. Not only that though, we have got videos, we have got so much there for you to be able to use. My beautiful Jess over here in the corner, she features in lots of videos. Gorgeous little beautiful green-haired Chloe down here, she's my glamour puss, she's one of our makeup artists here today. So we've got the other thing I've done is we've also got, this is me talking to Applecross, so this is where, had all the girls come out, that's the Collie mentoring group. That's actually my auntie, that's how I got to do it. You've got to love family. Leading on, we've done a whole magazine on how to host an event. We actually do it, we step you through the whole thing. Of course, you're in Western Australia, and so long as I can sort of duplicate myself a couple of times, you're a bit lucky I'll get to come and do it. There's Chloe there in the corner. We actually used her, she looked better than the real model. But see, look at the difference, and look at the difference in their expression. This is part of the digital magazine. So now, just not forgetting that Smitten has the pantry preview for April and May. Yes, I am selling you now, so get ready, right? So, easy every day is only $122.90. You'll save $60, plus you get a free organic makeup remover. Then the Glimmer Pack as well has got a brush cleaning concentrate. If you host a Smitten pantry preview, we can teach you how to do it, we can show you what to do, we have videos. Life is very easy in Smitten World. It's all about having fun, but having fun using beautiful ingredients which are not, beautiful ingredients which are not toxic to the skin. So just to finish up, I would really love for you to recommend to your clients, for yourself, I would love you to have a look at our range. More than that too, what I'd really love for you to do is I'd love for you to be able to go out of here, and perhaps you might not want to specialise in Smitten, but if you know someone that does, can you send them my way? Because what we want to do is I want to duplicate myself so that we are in the same way that we do with everything, so that we are in households all over Australia talking about wellness, having people feel the products, having people do parties looking fantastic. But to do that, we need to be involved. And I'm not scared to ask, because I've found with this journey I've been on that if you ask for help, people give it to you. So thank you so much for listening.
up and I guess let you all know that I believe Caroline and the Smitten Cosmetics brand, just from everything you heard then and the experiences I've had with Caroline, I can honestly say she has put together the most amazing materials for you to be out there doing wellness pop-ups, sharing Smitten Cosmetics. And so I just wanted to come up here and say to you that as advocates, if cosmetics does interest you as something that you'd like to lead your business with, I can absolutely attest to her products and the way she's packaged everything together to enable you to be out there sharing with people. I think she's done a phenomenal job. So well done, and we're very, very excited to start this. Now, I believe next week we've got a great training happening here in Perth to go through all of these fantastic changes that you saw tonight in the slide presentation. Kieran just let me know. So if everyone can be here next week, Dave Cottam and Brewer and Kieran here are going to lead the team in going through a lot of these changes, doing sort of a deep training on what your compensation system looks like so that everybody's really across that ready to go. There are lots of Zoom meetings happening this week right around the country, so there's pretty much one happening every single day. So check Advocates Official on the private Facebook page there, have a look, join those Zoom links. It's really important that all this messaging gets straight out there within a week. We have a lot of work to do, we've got a huge business to grow, and you've got a fantastic, simple system to work with, and I'm very, very excited about the future. So make sure we're all on those Zooms getting trainings this week, and back here again next Tuesday. Dave? Saturday. Oh, Super Saturday as well. Okay, so we've also got Super Saturday this week. Do you want to come up and share about Super Saturday? Thanks for all coming up. You've got some fantastic merchant suppliers here again for Super Saturday as well, and you've got some amazing leaders that are going to be taking you through a lot of training in your business that is training that you get far beyond what you'll ever get in just a one-night experience like this. It's a 4-hour training.
Okay. Thank you. So yes, we start at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. You'll have the presentation like you heard again. So we say, invite your guests along, invite anyone who you know that would be interested in looking at this as a business opportunity. Then we're having 2 merchant partners in the room. We've got a great merchant partner just come on board called Pickled, and they're showcasing their amazing spices. We've got Sarniki that's coming over from over east. Their product is a handheld device that helps manage and treat pain. It's actually, thank you Sally Ann. Sally Ann travels the world with this. I travel the world with mine, my husband travels the world with this, because we all know we suffer in pain. Excuse me for a minute, guys. This one I said, yeah, all good. So we all know, that was a good trip, wasn't it? So we all know we suffer in pain. The Sarniki was introduced on this platform by NS Health, by Chris and Licia Mortensen. They are advanced practitioners. This is a handheld device which is a German technology, advanced German technology, which is far advanced from a TENS machine. It helps with treating inflammation, it helps with cellular repair, and it also changes the neurological pathways of pain. So I'm sure you've all heard of people suffering with pain. One of the people say, well, what does neurological pathway mean? You've heard of people that have had limbs removed, correct? Everyone heard of a limb removed? And you've heard of that phantom pain? Yeah. That's what a neurological pathway means. So even when the limb is removed, that pain is still wired to the brain. This can rewire so the pathway of the pain to the brain leaves your body. So then you start producing your own endorphins, you have cellular repair, and it starts to heal you. So this is on the platform. You'll get to meet them. They're going to do a 90-minute demonstration. So if you know people at home that suffer in pain, ankles that can't be repaired, knees that are not healing. I mean, I know we've got amazing Dr. Chiropractor in the room, and I'd love her to come along and see how this works. And physiotherapists and massage therapists and your podiatrist, anyone that works in this field, invite them along to have a look at how this works, because we all suffer with thumb soreness. I used to be a remedial massage therapist, and we suffer with sore hands, and we can only work remedial with our bodies for so long. So that's what Super Saturday is about as well. And then we've got the amazing Dave Cottam, who I'd introduced to you earlier, who's going to go through the training of now how to promote Inner Origin as your business. Build a customer base if that's your choice, build a business base if that's your choice, and combine the two. So we look forward to seeing you. It's 4 hours, and we'll have fun. It's not all serious. Have fun, invite. Let's fill up the room and let's have some fun on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you everyone for this amazing energy, and thanks again for bringing your guests along. If you want to spend some time just having a look at the products if you haven't already seen any of them, and I guess Sally Ann will be around.
I will be.
Yep,
For
be
sure.
around.
Last time to leave.
So please just make yourselves at home. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.